Hi, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So today we're going to be playing with the BH Nice palette. I already played with the Naughty palette, and I do like that palette. It's got a lot of versatility, and the formula is good. It really is, especially for the price point. The Nice palette isn't as good of quality as that one, but it's still good quality nonetheless. And this is the look we're going to create today. It's very simple. It's very easy. And I do like it for that reasoning. This is what the palette looks like. And again, you do get a variety of looks. Now this palette's no longer available. And I am curious on what BH is going to do, to be honest. Let's get into the colors though. The first color we're going to go into is Cookie. And you know, if you have these palettes, maybe you should pull them back out, to be honest with you. I'm not going to lie, I prefer high-end makeup. And not because I don't think drugstore is good or more affordable is good, because, I mean, BH has proven it, ColourPop has proven, you know, that you can make good stuff at affordable prices. I find, though, that more often than not, and it could be luck to do with this, but more often than not, my high-end makeup or luxury makeup, whatever you want to call it, is better. Now, is that an always type thing? No, because there are, you know, rules to that. Like, Too Faced can be hit or miss. Some of their products are good, some are not. Tarte, same thing. However, Tarte is starting to change a little bit, and I'm kind of liking that. It's been a while, because, you know, I've played with a lot of releases for this year, and I'm going to let you know, Tarte, for when it comes to 2022 releases, those two eyeshadow palettes, I mean, they're really good. I'm not even going to kid you. For the price point, for how many shades you get, the color story, I mean, they're really, really good. So, I don't, you know, just go for high end because it's high end. Now, there's more to it than just that. There is the whole experience. I do believe in that wholeheartedly. And yeah, some of it's good, like I said, without a doubt. It really is. Ginger Snap. I'm going to go into the color Ginger Snap now. And I do believe that wholeheartedly. However, sometimes it's just okay. Or sometimes it is just as good as drugstore. But the packaging is beautiful. Or the experience of opening it. Or maybe even the smell of it. Whatever it may be, does change your experience as far as using it. And I have noticed that after playing with all of this makeup that I have consumed foolishly, because I'm a fool, I'll agree. But it's taught me that, at least it's taught me what I like and don't like. You know what I mean? And I do like these palettes that I have from BH. I don't have many, but the few that I do have, I will say, are really good. I have a couple of their Ice Cream Shop palettes. I have this one, the Naughty. I have like a baked shadow type palette. I don't know. I forget, to be honest. But more often than not, I don't grab for them because of the packaging. As much as, you know, it shouldn't matter, it kind of does. Because if I'm looking at this palette, or I'm looking at, like, say, you know, like this one. It's simple, but yet it's Makeup Geek, you know? It's just a neutral palette, but there's just something about the way this one looks compared to that. And it doesn't mean it's better, although it is. It just means, the experience I have had with that palette is nice. However, working with these shadows are very nice also. I'm going to take that Ginger Snap shade and we're going to run it under the lower lash line. Makeup is all about preference, that's for sure. For the most part, it is. I found my biggest problem would be like foundation, concealer, stuff like that. Something that you have to match individually is where I find that I struggle. Obviously, placement or stuff like that, I probably struggle at. But to me, that's just learning where to place stuff in a sense. A shadow, if it's good, it doesn't, or bad, where I place is going to be the same because, I'm not a makeup artist. But the ease of the placement or the way I feel, and I say that with everything, not just like these shadows, but like my tools, my brushes. If I pick up a Morphe brush, will it do the same? Probably, for the most part. But when I pick up a Rephr brush, does it just feel the knowledge that I have on it and like what it does and how easy and stuff? It does play a difference. I mean, it just does. I don't want to be that person that says that, but I mean, it is true at the same time. I am going to go into the shade Brandy, and I'm going to push that right up on the lower lash line. I also put the Natasha Denona brown eye crayon in my waterline, the top and bottom. However, with a little palette like this, I do like it in the sense also, though, it is easy. I mean, it's taken me no time at all to create this look. We're going to go into the shade Sparkles. I'm not going to spray it, although I will suggest that you do spray it or you will get fallout, because I did get some, even with me patting and barely moving it along my lid. I did get a little bit of fallout. Nothing major, but I would prefer to have none, to be honest. But at the same time, I could have sprayed it and I know I would have gotten none. But just so you can see what the shadows look like, I'm not going to. Because some people don't prefer to spray. To be honest, I kind of like this look without it being sprayed. But if you wanted to amp it up at the same time, I can see why somebody would. Or if you didn't want the fallout. You could probably use your finger too. I don't hardly ever use my finger, so. Okay. Now I'm going to take that Brandy shade and we're going to line the top lash line. I really don't have any problems using these palettes that are at a more affordable price range, to be honest. And I feel like if you're a makeup artist, you can make any palette work. But the experience using my higher end palettes is nicer. Okay, so that is all I'm going to use out of that palette. I'm actually going to go into my highlighter that I had used today, which I've been using this palette here a lot lately because I'm going to try to actually use my products. I know it's a shocker. And we're going to take the highlighter in this one right here, and I'm just going to pop that on my inner corner. If I can find the brush that I use, I have no idea. Oh, there it is. Where I put it, but I found it. And I'm just going to simply pop it right in the inner corner. I found there's really not a shade in this palette light enough. Well, there's one, but it's kind of like a flip shade, and I don't think it'd go good with this look, so I didn't want to use it, to be honest. There we go. Oh, and I'm kind of glad I did those Charlotte Tilbury looks, because not only am I now getting use out of the face palette part, but I've really enjoyed the lipstick in Bond Girl. I've got the lip liner and lipstick to that, and I've really been liking the color of this. I don't know why, but I have. Okay, now for mascara. Where did I put the mascara? I swear I would lose my head if it wasn't attached. I know I used that. Oh, here we go. No, it's not the one I used. Well, how interesting is that I've lost the mascara? Oh, there it is. I'm using the Lawless One and Done mascara for my top lashes. And then for the bottom, we're going to go into the MAC. And this is hard to get in and out of too, the tube, but there's something going on with this, and I don't like it. Might have to get a new one, to be honest. Because something's just up with this one for sure. But I will say it definitely grabs the lashes and all that. Oh, Lord, I've made a mess. Alright. Let's go in with the bottom lashes. We're going to stop there with those top lashes because I don't even know what it's doing. I'll clean that mess up in a minute. Let's go in with the bottom with the MAC. And I don't know many who don't like the MAC Extended Play for bottom lashes. Oh wow, we're making one heck of a mess. That is wet. And I don't remember it being wet, but okay. We're back to this again. Lordy be. I can't win from losing, y'all. Look at that. It's a mess. Actually, it's drying pretty quick. Oh no. I thought I took it off, and I didn't. So now we're going to make a bigger mess, and a bigger one probably. Oh, no, that was pretty easy. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, see, that mascara is not good. I'm gonna go ahead and purchase a new one though, because I know I do like that mascara. I have tried it. I remember it. So if I remember a mascara, it must mean I like it. And I have a lot of mascaras. But I am curious on the rule of mascaras, because like if you don't open them, they technically don't go bad, right? Until they're open, and then you give them I believe it's like a 3-month shelf life or something, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. We're gonna ignore the mascara, because it don't matter anyway. It's all about the eyeshadow. And honestly, I think this palette creates really pretty looks. Granted, I did a pretty basic look today, but I mean, most days I kind of do. I mean, unless I got a colorful palette, you know. And on those days, I do love those days, don't get me wrong. But they are far in between anymore, in the, you know, in the winter months. It is more dark and basic looks, technically, that I do. Of course, you can do any look you want. You know, if you want to wear bright colors in the winter, be my guest. Sometimes I do feel it. I do that personally, wear dark colors just because, or bright colors just because, like, it makes me feel good. And it makes me feel like it's not so cold outside and so depressing outside. So it just depends on what you like. But I do like these palettes. I'm glad I do have them, even though I don't pull from them very often. And I definitely should. It's just when I sit down to do my makeup, I want to experience the whole experience, you know? I want to know that I know that it's going to look good using these palettes, so don't get me wrong. But I want the experience of the luxe packaging, and it just makes me feel like I'm putting something... I don't know how to really word it, to be honest. But do you know what I mean? Like, it's no different maybe than the next eyeshadow, but something about feeling that packaging and looking at the, you know, the color story, or feeling the textures of the palette. Just, you know. Or maybe you don't, and I'm crazy, which is a complete possibility. I'm not going, you know, it is. But that is all I have for you today. I hope this video was interesting in some way, shape, or form. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all that you're notified when I do upload. I upload every day but Sundays. And I will see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe and stay happy. Healthy by